London. This is Dr. Robert Malone. I'm so glad for the opportunity to be able to speak to you today as you demonstrate in front of the British Broadcasting Corporation, the organization that manages the Trusted News Initiative to ensure harmony in messaging and across the entire Western world, and also enforce compliance with harmonization with all messaging coming from the World Health Organization and national health authorities during the COVID crisis. This is the organization that has managed the censorship which all of us have experienced and which has resulted in the suppression of informed consent and free exchange of medical truth concerning the COVID crisis. As far as I'm concerned, the Trusted News Initiative is a trade organization designed to support the interests of corporate media, and it has no role and right to be censoring free speech among physicians, other medical professionals, and the public at large. This must be stopped. In terms of the current status of the COVID crisis, the narrative which the BBC and its Trusted News Initiative has been enforcing and reinforcing is crumbling extremely rapidly now as the data are finally coming out. As I said on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial over a year ago now, during the Stop the Mandates protest in Washington, D.C., attended by tens of thousands of people, these genetic vaccines are not providing protection against infection, replication, and spread of the currently circulating coronavirus. The emerging data, in fact, suggests that the mass vaccination campaigns have contributed to the evolution of viral escape mutants that are resistant to any immunosuppression or control by vaccine-induced antibodies. Furthermore, unfortunately, as demonstrated by a recent paper from the Cleveland Clinic here in the United States and from all over the world, the more inoculations of these genetic vaccine products that individuals receive, the more likely they are to be hospitalized. There is an inverse relationship. The more jabs you take, the more likely you get medically significant COVID and have to be hospitalized. Now, this was predicted last summer by me and others based on the data that had come out earlier last year, demonstrating the clear problem of immune imprinting or original antigenic sin. There's now more information having to do with the shifting of immune immunoglobulin subclasses in response to these repeated jabs. And now people that are doing this are having their immune system skewed towards more of what's called an Ig4 response, which is akin to that of allergy rather than protection against infectious disease. Furthermore, not only are these products actually causing people to become more susceptible to the disease as it's currently circulating, not only are they driving the virus to evolve to be even more resistant to any control by monoclonal antibodies or by vaccine-induced antibodies, but we now have a wealth of information coming in about the adverse events associated with these products. They're not doing what vaccines are supposed to do. They aren't protecting us from infection. They're not stopping the spread of the virus in the population. They appear, if anything, to be enhancing the probability of getting the disease, especially if you measure over time. After 2 months, the multiply inoculated that have received their most recent jab become more likely to develop disease. This is called negative effectiveness, and it's being seen all over the world.